What's happening, guys, and welcome to Motorsport Manager. I am Cozza. Today, we're going to be starting a new career, and we're going to be forming our own team in the motorsport world. There is extra content where you can do other sort of what do you call it, leagues, I suppose, or like sort of different sort of cars. But we're going to be concentrating on the equivalent to what would be you would associate a Formula One car with. Beauty about this game and why I've been so addicted the past couple of weeks is because the progression, as you start off with like the worst team. So in this sort of playthrough, I suspect that we will be coming last in at least the first two seasons. I don't expect to win any races or anything, but when you finally do start getting a better car and better sponsors and stuff like that, you start winning races, and I think it's great. This, so I'm going to turn the tutorial off. We're going to be starting a new career. You'll see. I'll try and explain it as we go through the setup stage. I'm going to be doing it on medium lap sort of thing, so it's 30 to 40 laps average, and British pound, and I ain't gonna bother with that. Auto save I'm gonna leave on. I've just turned the tutorial off because here's where we make our team principal, which is gonna be, i.e., me, I guess. So I'm just gonna name it Cozza, and then surname Perks, for instance. And date of birth, I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna put my date of birth in, but I'm gonna put it around my date of birth. And then I'll put my year in though, 1985. Good year. So, United Kingdom, and let's take a look at our driver. I'm going to go for a male because I'm a bloke, and I'm going to sort of try and make him look like me. Normally in these type of games, to make someone look like me, I just go for a bald head and clean shaven. Was that? And some set of glasses. There you go. That's pretty close, I guess. So there you go. That's CozzaPerks. He's been created. Now we can either choose an existing team here, or we can create our own team, which I'm gonna do. Single seat. So here's the extra sort of thing. So this is locked. So I haven't bought the DLC. I think you need to buy DLC for this. You've got Endurance Series and GT Series, but we're going to be with the open wheel single seater racing. So let's do that. You had 3 tiers. So you've got European Racing, Asia Pacific Super Cup, and World Motorsport Championship, which would be sort of the pinnacle of this sort of type of racing, which is sort of what you could call Formula One. We're going to start off what I would say is the GP3 cars, I guess, or GP2. I'm not really sure what they're equivalent at, but so we're starting off in the European Racing Series, and here you can customize your team you're going to be starting off with. So I'm going to name it CozzaPerks Racing. Let's put that in. And here, that's, subtext Racing. United, they're based in United Kingdom. Here's we can pick our logo. I'm just going to pick one that, oh, I don't mind that. I'm going to change the color scheme. Oh, I don't mind that either. You know, I'm going to go for that sort of style. It might change color. Obviously, the theme of my channel is green, and I do like green. It's obviously my favourite colour. Make that a bit brighter if we can. Yeah, I like that, you know. See when the logo designs. Yeah, so here's where we could sort out our colour scheme for our team. Go for green again, obviously. And then I'm gonna go for black as the secondary colour. Green and black. And then car livery. So we can just do, this is a livery pack, I don't know what that is. I guess, oh well, this is what I got with the game. Oh wow, okay. Well, let's see if we can find a livery that sort of represents my channel banner. So there we go, guys. That's the colour scheme that I've gone for. Sort of green, light green, and then black fins and rear spoiler there. I think that's good, all good to start our first season. We can change it after the first season, but I'll go for that for the time being. That's our sort of, I suppose it looks like the colours of my channel. Have you finished editing your team? Yes, I have. So here we get to pick our investment. These banks are interested in funding your brand new motorsport team, and they want to head up the entire operation. They want you to head up the entire operation. You will need to keep your investor happy. Choose wisely. So both times I've started this, and I think it's a good choice. I'm going to go for the medium one. The low one, you get a 3-star chassis, which is good, but you only get it in your first season. So the second season, I've obviously played through it, and your tire wears, like the first season, your car's brilliant. You know, you can stay out for longer. Your tires are great, rare. But then as soon as you finish that season, you're expected to race in a shit car again. So I don't really like that option. This is the option I like, the 40% team marketability straight off the bat, so we can get better sponsors. I'm going to accept that offer, and we get a decent amount of money. So here we are. Here is the start of this season. We got a few things to sort of do before, so we're going to look at our mail. And here's the chairman, Thomas Winthrop. You just didn't think you'd be handed the reins without any oversight, did you? Well, I did actually, being as my name's on the team, but there we go. Your investors asked me to keep an eye on you, on how things are progressing. I'll be acting as your chairman, and I will have the powers to remove you from your job if things aren't going to plan. All right. Anyway, I look forward to working with you, and rest assured there will be plenty to do. Yes, there will. I know. Hi, Cozza. Who's this? First of all, can I say that I am amazingly excited to be your assistant here. A wonderful new venture. Just saying that I work for CozzaPerks Racing gives me immense pleasure. I can assure you, it gives me immense pleasure as well. Let's just skip through these because this is an important one. First order of business is to lay down our targets for this year. The corresponding budget that you set will have to last you the all year. So please be careful on your spending. We need to build the team up completely from scratch. Yes, I know. Frankly, I have temporary staff and drivers, no sponsors, a weak and shoddy HQ. A weak car and a shoddy HQ. Not much to do then. Sarcastic, aren't you? With this in mind, where do you think we'll finish this season? Well, I think we're going to finish 10th, which is the lowest we can finish. There we go. We're up to 23 million in the bank, but I'm pretty sure that will disappear rapidly. What's this? Scouting report. Introduction to the pit crew. Got it. Yep, I know how to do the pit crew. So let's stop right there. Let's look at our HQ, because there's something I want to build or blow 8 million on straight away, and that's the upgrade the factory option. So let's click on the factory and go, where is it? Upgrade building. There you go, factory, 8 million. But and that will start building, and then once that's done, we'll be able to sort of improve our car a lot quicker. Pit crew, I mean, we can hire some, I guess. I'll just hire top ones. This guy seems pretty good. We'll get him. I mean, I don't want to spend the whole time explaining what I'm doing. Quite good on tyres and refueling, so we'll hire this guy as well. So we have people here that are not good at their jobs. So who's good at the front jack? Who do we have best here? This guy, but he's also good on other things. So those we'll swap this bloke with the front jack guy, and then the rear jack guy we'll swap here. You can see these numbers have gone up. So they only do the rear jack. So the guys I've put in here only do this. So this is why it says rear jack here, the corresponding number, and then you see he's lit up with 7. This is how good they are at a certain job I'm allocating them. I'm just going to quickly go through and say, right, we've got better guys here at tyres and refueling. So we should have a decent time when it comes to Torrington. I'm going to swap him with this. There you go, 7 and 7 now. And we'll swap this guy with Walls. There you go. And then fixing's not bad. This tyre person could be better. And we do have one here, so we can change him. Let me see. Dennis. Front jack, I don't think we have anyone much better. We could have this guy with 4. Swap him out then. But we'll get more people to sort that out after. Could really, this guy's proper pants at everything, so we could fire him, which I'm gonna do. Or we could fire the half-star people, guys that are good at literally nothing. Ain't got many of them about actually. Anyway, that's pit crew. So we're sort of, what else I want to do is look at our. We have 2 good drivers. If we also look at our car, I mean, you can see here that it is the worst on the grid at everything. So this is what I said when we don't need to worry about sort of finishing anywhere. We just want to get through the season. Basically, my aim is not to come stone dead last, but I feel that will happen quite often. So here we look, we're the worst at acceleration, worst at top speed, worst at braking, and worst at with that suspension, basically medium speed corners. So when I do this, I'm going to go straight into the engine, and I want to. Oh yeah, that's all I can do basically. So what's the worst thing? The engine is worst thing. So I'm just going to work on all stuff on the reliability of the engine. We have our HQ upgrading. And I suppose we could design a new part. I'm going to go for, let's look at our calendar. What is the sort of thing we use? If you look here, you can see what things help you more. And it seems to be a lot of acceleration towards the end of the season. Acceleration is like sort of in this sort of season quite important. So I'm going to work on the gearbox. I'm going to design a new gearbox. So now, and we already start off with parts that could be illegal. So this exclamation mark means this part here that I could make would be illegal, and there's a risk of getting discovered and banning the parts, which I don't want to happen. So, but there's also parts here that are illegal. We can't really do too much. We can upgrade this one though, that one and that one this season, and then just build a mad part for next season with the illegal parts, because at the end of the season your parts sort of carry over, your best parts that you've made carry over, and then the illegal part thing is wiped off. We could do that. It's going to go for acceleration, extra plus 20 acceleration. Pretty sure, and it's going to cost us 1 million. So there we go. We started work on our new gearbox, which adds an extra plus 20 to our acceleration, which is not much, I assure you. Drivers. So my actual strategy that I'm going to work on is firing Faith and firing Jose Domingo. For the simple reason is I'm only going to work on one car to get the sponsor bonus. And if you put all your effort into one car, I think that's better than trying to make two drivers. And then eventually we'll get a second driver. But the main guy, because if you look at his stats, driver details, he's got quite a good smoothness and a good feedback. So, or we could look for a cheaper alternative. Hers is shit, but we're paying 148,000 for a race, which that could be saved up to something else and be put in another building for our thing. So I'm going to fire, unfortunately. It's going to cost us money, but it's in the long run, it's going to save us money. Confirm. And I'm also going to fire Jose Domingo. I doubt we'll get a paid driver, but I am going to scout the drivers. And I normally go by team and then just scroll all the way down to the bottom. And here are our drivers. I'm just going to scout the younger drivers here. 20 years old. This guy, I know this guy's a really good driver, but he might be too expensive. So yeah, I think we're just going to scout them ones that haven't got a team. Could scout that as well. So there you go. Right, that's drivers out of the way. As you can see, the driver rating's gone right down, but this guy's pretty good. I mean, he's okay. He's quite a good driver, so we're gonna keep him. And we have the Portuguese woman here, Elena Tazirio, who I don't really care about, to be fair. Right. So, contract terminated. This should save us a lot of money. Okay, we've got an interview with Motor Racing Magazine. Well, you've certainly picked a tough task for your first job. Are you expecting to pick up many points this season? What can we do? We're going to. I think I'm quietly confident we'll manage a few decent finishes. Yep, we'll do that. Andre Gomes is seen by the fans as your top driver. Do you agree? Yes. Yep. Motor Racing Magazine preview. I wrote you expected to finish 10th in the team's championship. Is that accurate, or do you think you could do better? That predicts seems fair, but I hope we're going to surprise you. You'll remember your time as a fan racer driver years back, but you will be able to transfer your skills to the management game. I know the ins and outs of what a racing driver needs to make a great car, so sure I'll be fine. Okay, thank you, Cozza. Finish interview and continue on with this. Our gearbox is nearly there. Ooh, sponsors. Let's pick up our sponsors. Right, so who do we have best? I doubt we're going to finish 13th. I really do. Could go for this one, which is 14th. But we do get an upfront payment of 900 grand. I'm going to go for the 900 grand. What do we have now? Don't think that we're going to finish second, so we get a payout from any. We get a payout from this one. So I guess we're going to have to take that. Only last 4 races, so We have one offer here, 5th or above, which is not going to happen, and we don't get a payout for that one, so I'm going to leave it, see what else comes along. Got this one, upfront payment of 1.5 million. Well, this one, where we get, see, but we have to wait 11 races for that, so 400. I think this one would be better. 9 races, and we get an upfront payment of 400k and an extra 150 grand per race. So yeah, I'm going to confirm that. Upfront payment of 1 million for 10 races or 4 races, and it gives us, I'm going to go for the million. Nice. That'll last all season. That's our sponsors done. We ain't got no more at the moment. Gearbox is done, so let's make a new one. Design a new part. Gearbox. And I'm going to go for the acceleration again. Can't go for these because if we get caught using these, the stewards will sort of ban the part and we won't be able to use it. So go for that. Yep. Staff. Let's look at staff because I really want to get. Also, yeah. Let's look. Scout designer. Designers. Look at that potential on this one. Build time plus 10 days unlocks additional great component slot. But look at her potential. What's she? Oh, she's terrible at everything. Terrible at everything. But she has room to grow. Suppose we could build a staff centre. Don't know whether to. Let's approach her, see what she wants. Wages are important to me, so let's put it right up the top and then maybe come 2 down. 21,000 a race. I prefer a medium contract. We'll give you that. I prefer an even split. Okay. Like a nice signing fee. Bet you will. Oh, that's quite cheap actually. Let's go. I'll go 52. And then bonus size is quite important. Yeah, I'll give you a bonus if we manage to finish first. So basically, she won't be getting a bonus. I'll go for there. See what she says to that. Also, let's look at staff and mechanics. Gonna want loads of money. Cost per race. Let's scroll down. Well, good potential down this way. They're employed though. We have these ones that are not employed. Oh, look at these 2 mechanics here. You know, thinking long term, get these in our team, and you know, I'm just gonna approach them, start negotiations. Wages are important to you. Yep. They're not really. It's not great amount. Medium contract. She would like a sign-in fee. What's the max? Okay, I'll go 31. And you get a bonus if we finish first. It's quite important the size of it, but I'll give you that. I'll give you that if we finish first. How about that? And let's also look at the other guy that had quite a good huge potential. This guy here. I mean, look, they're quite good. Pit stops, chemistry, performance, and reliability. They can be improved, but if we build a staff center, they can improve themselves. So let's approach him. Wages are important to him. I'll give him. They are important, so I'll give him 68. See what he says to that. A medium contract. Yeah. like a nice one, so I'll give him 130 grand. And bonus size is quite important. If we finish first, I'll give you 63 grand. We sent them out. Let's go on and travel to the Black Sea. This will be our first race. Car. Let's give gnomes the best parts we have, which they're shit. Shockingly shit. So nothing is really any good. That the reliability of our new gearbox, there it is there, but it's only 40, so I need to start upgrading the reliability of that. But to be fair, I think the main thing is to survive this first race. So we'll give him the best parts. They're both of the cars equal because they're both equally the worst. And we've only got this sponsor here. Have we got any more sponsors though? No, we've got no new offers. Before I do that though, I want to set the budget of next year's car. It has it automatically on medium, but I'm going to go cheap. Confirm it. That's it. All done. Yep. Let's go to our first race. Let's go for the practice session. No qualifying in this. I've turned off the music because I've heard other people getting copyright strikes on the music. So I've had to turn that off, unfortunately. And we're at the Black Sea GP in Russia. I've noticed they've used bits of real life circuits, but it's totally different from the real life circuit. But there's certain parts of the track that you think, oh, that looks exactly like certain corners at other circuits around the world. Right, so we're gonna go for these two, and we're gonna set up the first car. Right, so basically what we need to do is get all these into excellent. As I say, I'm just going to explain it as I go. So I think we're going to need quite a bit of downforce. So I've just upped the downforce, but you don't. This green area is where the sweet spot is. So it could be anywhere from, you know, this part here to this part here. I happen to know that quite high downforce is useful on this track, and well, I think it is, and a little bit of oversteer and a little bit of slightly leaning towards acceleration. We can tune these later. So, and I think I'm going to go for the softer tyre, harder tyre in this case, because our car won't have much in the way of tyre wear capabilities. And I think actually that it's going to be pretty tricky actually. I don't know what side to go, because now it's saying top speed. Just going to go with that, see what they say. Soft tyre. Confirm. Let's send them out. And send you out. And send you out. There you go, gnomes. As you can see, so I'm just going to send them out on the lap on the soft tyres, then bring them in. I mean, they go very fast. There we go, into the pits. And see what we got. So we got downforce is excellent, which is great. That's the max you can get. 87% on the setup. So I think the handling was okay, so I don't think there's enough to move it across. So I'm going to go for about there. Bit of practice involved in this, so I think that would be good, that would be great. And then about there for excellent. I'm going to go about there for good, and then I'm just going to change the tyre camber. I mean, about there. Guess we'll try that. See how she likes that one. Bit more top speed. Let's look at Gomes. How did he like it? Ooh, that was pretty good. I can't remember when we had more downforce. I'm going to go for a bit more downforce. Can't remember what her car was like, but it's too late to look now. Handling is poor, so we want to go this way, more understeer. About there, I guess. And then top speed, definitely top speed then, not acceleration. And go about there. And just change the tyre camber down. I don't like that, I think that's too much. Go like that. How'd you like that? Making the changes and then they're gonna go. Do a lap. Bring them back in. He's in front, so. Right, speed balance. I put too much on it. It was good, now it's okay. So that's worse. We need to come back this way, geared more towards acceleration than top speed, which is that one. What was great, good, that was good. So bring it back like that. That should be pretty bang on. And then that was okay. Now that's excellent. So I'm just going to put a bit more understeer. See how she likes that, and she can go out now for a while. Aha, we're getting there with this guy. 94% set up, which is good. So I think that was great, that was great. So maybe a bit more will be excellent. I'm thinking here a bit more will be great, but the gearing's excellent. Yep, we'll go with that. Send them out and do a couple of laps to get the knowledge up on the track. So you can see here, this bar here, set up knowledge. So basically what's happening is they're learning the track as they go round. Then they'll get like level 2 on soft tyres. You see it get in a minute. So about now. There you go. So knowledge unlocked, race trim, and we'll also get the soft tyres as well. So we get knowledge on these tyres. The reason I've gone for these tyres is because of the tyre wear situation. They're the harder tyres, so they should last longer, but they are slower. So you can see here, he's telling us that the aero feels fantastic. I am going to bring this woman, because she ain't getting much setup knowledge, because her knowledge is just like our reserve driver, so it ain't going to be great, and she ain't going to be a great driver either. So we're just going to bring her in and see what her setup's like. Excellent, excellent, great. You know what, I'm happy with that. Let's see what it's 97. That was okay. Maybe just go one click over. Right. I don't know. You know. I think that's pushing it. Might lose our excellent on here, but let's go for it. Need to leave gnomes out to get the setup knowledge. Let's bring him in, make sure his car's set up correctly, and bring her in as well. We'll send him out for excellent, excellent, good. So we did actually put too much downforce on. 96, yeah. So that was great. That was even great, so we could go more towards that side. And that should be there, that should be excellent. Put these back in the same spot. Send them back out. Terso coming in. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So this is what you're aiming for here on the setup. So basically, she's 99%, so the car's got the just the right amount of downforce, and it's got the ratio between understeer and oversteer correct, and it's also the acceleration. All cars will be different, and I think drivers are different as well to how they prefer the cars. You got to tune the car how they want it. So that's how she wants it, and she loves it. So let's continue with that. Not that it will make much difference at this stage in the career. I still fully expect to be last. Let's just speed this up. We'll bring him in if we can. Oh, it's but too late. We'll see what he thinks of his car towards the end. And there you go, practice is over. And he loves his car, look, excellent, 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 across the board. So that was practice out the way for the Russian Grand Prix, and as I fully expected, we are the slowest car on the track. Both coming in a solid last, over a second I think. Unless you want to come last all season, we need a better driver than him. Well, hopefully we won't be last all season. I'm hoping we'll get a few surprises. 13th is going to be a struggle. I highly doubt that we reach that goal. So we can add our level 2 knowledge onto the car, which gives us a plus 10% in performance increase. And we also have race trim, which further increases the car's performance to 10%. So we'll confirm, confirm. And I'm pretty sure we'll go for the harder tyre all the way through. So let's put the harder tyre on both cars. So I'll change setup to soft. Continue. And yep. Go out all out attack on the first couple of laps. Let's see what we can finish. And here we go for the Russian Grand Prix. Lights out. And our actual reserve driver's all the way up here. Gnomes has got a tough race coming from the back. But he's going to push past the car in 17th place, going all the way up to 15th from near the back of the grid. Well done. He's going to get overtaken, falling back. Oh, he's not. He's there. All concentration really on Gnomes. He's a far better driver than this reserve driver here, Terso. I don't know. Not Portuguese. Here we go. Look, we're falling back down to 19th. Rest of the cars on the track. Oh, we're losing. Can she take 13th back? Yes, she can. But then she's immediately lost it again. Someone just went straight into the barrier. And yeah, we're stone dead, the slowest car. So I'm gonna now the first couple of laps are out of the way. I'm gonna put these down to normal. 28 laps in this race remaining. The two CozzaPerks cars are at the back of the grid. So I'm just going to speed this up to ×4. Not much we can do really until it's pitting time. And we are not making much progress. Thought Gnomes would have overtaken this driver right here. How much fuel do we have? We have plenty. Tyre wear is going down in this car like anything. Gnomes still can't get past the reserve driver or the car in 18th. It's Gomes, isn't it? Gomes. Bombs. It's been stuck behind him for 4 laps now. Yeah, I know, mate. The goal here is just to finish the race, I guess. But we're not last. We're 20th is last position. Someone crashed and that was the car in last position. We are... Tyre wear's not good though. Pushed up to 11th because everyone pitted. We're lasting well. Gnomes has got his tyres lasting quite well, so I think I'm going to pit the reserve driver. Don't want to get too attached because I'm sure we'll come with a better driver maybe next season. But I just want to put all my effort into our main driver, which is this guy. And I'm going to start pushing to see if he can overtake. Who's behind him? Dembele. I'm going to overtake him, mate. That's it. You got him. You got him. Hey, well done. Start pushing now, because I want to pit you next lap. Come on. That's it. Nice, we're up into 10th. Not for long, I think that we will be rapidly brought down. Pit's going okay. So the reserve driver Torso has pitted. And we're going to bring in Gnomes this lap. Gnomes. Jones it could be. My tyres are wearing down. Yeah, I know, mate. I'm going to pit you now. Pitch you now. Go for another set of soft tyres. And we'll fill you up with fuel. Nothing's really broken, so we're all good on that. Should I risk it for a chocolate biscuit and go for a fast pit stop? I think I will. We don't want to fall behind. We'll hopefully leapfrog the reserve driver and start getting some decent lap times in with a clear track. That's my aim. And no mistakes now. Where is the reserve driver? He's coming down. Can he overtake? I think we're out of the pits and Gnomes will. No. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, he stopped the pit in front. Oh, that's not good. I bet she's fuming. And we're going to keep pushing. Gnomes is pretty good on tyre wear. He's quite a smooth driver. I know that from experience. So he should make his tyres last. So we're just going to put him down to push and higher engine mode. Use some of that fuel up that we got in reserve. He won't make his tyres last till the next pit stop. Well, he will make his tyres last till the next pit stop. I say it's all about this guy here. We're not really concerned with this car. Could use this car to slow down some other drivers. In fact, let's try and do that. Let's try and get her past this car here, and then she can slow him down. In 17th place. I think it's actually catching us up. No, it's catching us up. So yeah, that's not a good idea. Right, fair enough. We'll scrap that idea because we're getting overtaken. Definitely need the harder tyre for this reserve driver. I mean, she's already down to 73% on them tyres. But we're not last. One of our cars is, but the other one's beating Shu. What engine mode is he on? He's on conserve engine mode. Dragon Race Team China. But he's on reserve and he's still catching us. The engine mode, what I mean, I'm looking at this engine mode right here. And we're pushing like anything, so let's just change the engine mode down. Don't want our car to blow up. shouldn't be able to overtake us. He's threatening to overtake us, but he's pitted. So how much fuel do we have? We have plenty of fuel. Right, so let's speed it up to keep going. This is just... I don't think we'll catch them guys in front. Gomes is slowly pulling away from Turso. And we've gone up to 15th. Only because other cars are in the pits. We're doing okay for the moment. Coming around, any more cars in the pits? Yeah, we've leapfrogged some more cars. It won't make much difference though. We're in 12th position. And we will soon need to pit so. But Loans is doing fine, he's doing fine. In fact, could just do that to push. You've got to start pushing, buddy. So we're going to pit the reserve driver now, and we're going to go for another set of soft tyres. We have 12 laps remaining. That won't last us. That will not last us. Just going to have to go on conserve and just finish the race. How many laps can we fit in? Fill up. We'll have 11 laps. Unless we make them tyres last another lap. I think we're just going to put her on conserve and that'll be it. Put her on balance. Yeah, you can pit. I'm going to turn her down though. How you do that? Pit gnomes. We'll pit the Gomes driver. We'll put another set of softs on. He should make it to the end. 12 laps after pit stop. Yeah. Okay. Everything might be fine. Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see whether he makes it or not. Okay, you can go on low fuel mode and back up. Conserve actually. Just finished the race now, that's all we can try and do. Here comes Gomes into the pits. Currently in 10th, what will he drop down to? And we got a mistake on the front jack. Come on, fill that car up. There you go. Okay, pit stop. No, it's a bad pit stop. Come on. We're about to be lapped, but luckily he pitted. Going to turn him down as well to medium and conserve them tyres. Hopefully going until the end of the race now. We are on 11 laps remaining. I'm just going to turn him on low for a bit. Just to reach the end. And we'll speed it up. As I say, worst car, I don't expect miracles. On lap 23. Her tyre temperature is low. No, you can't. You just got to sit there and finish the race. That's all you got to do. In 13th, but we just lost it. Rogers. Is that Archer BMR? Yeah. That's annoying. Can't get enough. He can't get enough out of the tyres. Alright. We'll put him up to neutral. Push for a little bit. Let me get some heat into them tyres. I'm going to turn up the engine as well. Could turn up the engine to medium as well here. I really don't think you're going to make it. Gnomes is into 13th. We can make this. We don't need to pit again. The next car for him is Tang. He stopped 3 times already. And in 14th. We're looking pretty good here. We're on target for our sponsor objective. This is quite shocking. And lap 26, there's 4 laps left. Still has 57% of our tyres usage, if you will. But they go off about 25%, so we're doing alright. I think I'm going to stop pushing for a bit. We're back down to neutral. The heat is not there, but we have no one behind us virtually, like the next car. So I'll just conserve what we have and try and finish in this position. If I see a car rapidly coming up behind us, I will sort of try and push him a bit more. But yeah, even our reserve drivers in 17th. Maybe, hopefully, one of these cars up here will crash or something, or not finish the race, but that is hoping. Tyres here are going down a lot though. Not much we can do apart from just finish the race with this reserve driver. We're about to be overtaken by Chew. Is he going to go around the outside? No, he just can't make that. I'm shocked at how well. That was a good call. Try and finish the race. It's all about playing the long game, and we certainly have this race. It's because we haven't pitted. We've only pitted twice, and because he's such a smooth driver, we've been able to make these tyres last. As you can see, everyone's pitted 3 times. We might make it across the line on the last lap, and they're quite a way behind. He's got some catching up to do. He is in high power engine mode though, but he's got to conserve them tyres, and they're about the same as ours. So we're doing well, we're doing well. So I'm quite happy with how this race has gone. I think we'll hit our sponsor objective. Oh yeah, look at our parts, they're terrible. And we have a issue here with the gearbox of Terso's car. Yep, gearbox issues. I'm gonna ignore that. You just got to finish the race. I'm sorry, but you know, there's not much I can do. I don't really care about that car. This is the car that we care about. Yeah, I don't. Why have I done this? Well, paying for 2 decent, really good drivers, it does cost a lot of money. So what I've done, my sort of tactic for this first couple of seasons is just use this driver here to get the points basically and finish on the objectives so we can make money. Basically a tactic I'm going to be using. Push it up here because I can see a car coming up here. I think that's Tang. He is gradually catching us up, but his tyres are finished. So this is what I mean by gnomes. He's used his tyres really well here. But I think we've got 1 more lap to do. This is the final lap, and hopefully Tang won't catch us up. The race team China car is slowly closing, it looks like. I think we've got this one in the bag. His tyres are knackered. I'm just going to go down to conserve mode just to try. Oh, we got 12th. We've just taken 12th from Mello. Oh, his tyres are absolutely shot. And Gnomes now moves up to 12th, so it don't matter if we lose the position. And there's another car here, Rogers. His car's got an issue. We're going to go across the line in 12th position for our 3rd race. I am not going to grumble at that. We conserved them tyres and managed to only stop twice during the race, which everyone else stopped 3 times. So we, I think, made the right decision there of keep looking after the tyres and just using the just finishing the race basically. I did not expect to finish in that high position. So that was actually a really good race for us. Managed to get the objective. So what was I saying before that? The tyres regarding the tactics I was going to use. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, it's about the money thing, isn't it? So basically, if you look here, we come in our sponsor objective. You'll see at the end of the race what I mean. Here we go. Here's our financial breakdown. So next year's car, they've taken 500 grand of us. Drivers, they've taken 222 grand. So the reason why I've done it, our sponsor payout is 350,000. That's for the sponsors that we have. See, basically 2 drivers is very expensive. That's why I've gone for the 1 driver tactic of just looking after 1 car, only having 1 main driver. And it seemed to have worked well there because we reached our sponsor's goal. So we won't be losing as much money each season than what we would be if we was paying for 2 drivers. If that makes sense. Hope it does. Let's give it an interview. After this win today, you're wondering if you had any thoughts on. No, I'm very, very happy with the drivers I've got. Finished. Don't need no more on that. There we go. Race is over, and we have another sponsor. Where do we have to come here? 8th. If we finished 8th, which it ain't gonna happen, neither of them are offering payouts, so I'm gonna wait for a 3rd one to come along. Hopefully, we'll get something from that. What's all this? Oh. So you didn't accept this, no? Okay. Let's add a bit more. This is our mechanic. She didn't accept the so we'll just put in a counter proposal. And for the lead designer, you didn't accept that, so bonus size is quite important. So we'll add 1 down. You should be fine with that, yes. Got another 2 times to try. And let's see if we can get these 2 drivers for the end of the episode. Position 5th, 9th. That's not going to happen, but we've got a nice upfront payment here, so let's get that. 700 grand. And what do we have here? It's a nice one. Pleach Plum, 350,000 per race. So I'll accept that one. And that's it. That's the contract. So she's accepted. Brilliant. So we can sign. Hold on. Let's sign this mechanic here, and you can go be this mechanic's. And we'll confirm that contract. There she is. Good. Adjust. Yeah, you didn't go for that. So we're going to have to up that. He only is expecting 72 grand. He's happy with that. Could just put a sign-in bonus up to 150 rounded off just to sweeten the deal. He should accept that. And we'll finish the gearbox. You know what though, guys? I think I'm going to end the episode here. We've just built another gearbox. I think was that a... No. Yeah, it was another gearbox. So we have 2 gearboxes now. I think we're going to start sort of making these more reliable, and we could use these. That'd be a lot better for our acceleration department. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know on what you think so far on Motorsport Manager. I'm sorry I don't go into depth on everything. It's a game where if I went into depth on everything, we'll be here for a whole episode talking, and there wouldn't have been any gameplay. Because quite involved, and I'm trying to explain it. I'm doing a good job of it as well as I move along through the career. But our acceleration has gone up now. We've built them 2 gearboxes, so we'll put them in both our cars, and hopefully they will serve us better. So as you can see, acceleration still the worst, but it's moved up. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Cozza, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.
That's good.